Shalom, it's Brother Nashan, New Wine Congregation of Israel. Hey, Tabernacles. All right, I know y'all probably like, what he talking about Tabernacles for? It's June, right? But we're gonna do this video, Most High willing. And first of all, all honor and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, right? But we're gonna do this video real quick, right? To try to get y'all prepared for Tabernacles in advance, right? Because what you don't want to do, you don't want to wait till the last minute to start trying to get your materials together for the Feast of Tabernacles. All right, so let me turn the camera around. We in good old Wally world right now. So Tabernacles, all right, I'm gonna keep it simple, the basics, what you probably gonna need, right? So some of y'all probably cool with sleeping on the ground. Usually in October, it's gonna be in October this year, right? It's probably gonna be cold. It's probably gonna be cold, especially you out there for 7 days. You probably gonna be cold, man. So look here, look what they got. Sleeping bags, right? Now, with this type of sleeping bag, you're gonna need they got the kind with the pumps inside, or they got the kind where you get the electric pump, right? Keep in mind you're gonna need some type of power source, so you can get you a battery inverter, right? You could probably get you a battery inverter from like Amazon. I don't know if they got them in here, battery inverters, but a battery inverter would be what you need if you got to plug something like this up. At the site that we planning to go to, they don't have plugs. They don't. It's a primitive camping site. All right, it's a primitive camping site. If you can't get a inverter or some type of electricity, right? They got the kind that you can hook to your if brothers that come to camp with me. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Of course, if I got mine there, anybody that needs to use it can use it, but that'll be a lot of waiting in line to use the inverter. So if you're cool with that, cool, right? But if not, if you can't get your inverter, swing on down here to the sleeping bags, right? So this one, let's pick one, right? It say 35 degrees, cool weather sleeping bag. When we was out there last time, it was getting down in the 30s. I think one of them nights it dipped down into like the low 20s, right? So keep that in mind. Plus that ground is hard, right? And it will suck the heat from your body. All right. If you don't have the proper type of layering on the ground, that camping that ground is gonna suck the heat from your body. Now they also got zipper cots, right? So what we dealing with now is something for you to sleep on. All right, something for you to sleep on. Now they also got these, right? This knocking stuff over to be all right. Now this is a foam pad and it's a sleeping pad, right? And it says foldable design, packs easily, reflective surface, provides heat retention. All right, so that's something good. If you gotta sleep on the ground, it'll make it a little bit more comfortable for you, and it'll keep the heat from being sucked out your body, right? Or you can get something like this. Now, I don't know if this is heat. It say this is waterproof, right? But it ain't comfortable as something like that. And it ain't as comfortable as something like this. So with a sleeping bag, I recommend putting your sleeping bag on this if you can't get you an air mattress. All right. They also got cots. All right. So something to sleep on. Right. Also, you're gonna need you one of these. Get you one of these. These are tarps. All right. You're gonna need you at least two. I'm gonna say that again. You're gonna need you at least two tarps, right? One for the ground, just in case it flood, it rain. You don't want that water seeping up through your tent. All right, and then you're gonna need one to put over your tent. Like most of the tents, you can also get you one of these, all right? A canopy. You see how they got that over the table? You can set that up over your tent, right? Now, let's talk tents for a minute. When you're dealing with tents, keep this in mind. Like, let me show you. All right. So this say 10-person tent, right? It's probably going. You see how many people they got up here? Do they got 10 people up there? No, they got 3 people. That's probably what that size tent is gonna fit comfortably, right? Something like that gonna cost you. That's in the wrong spot. It's gonna cost you probably about like one something, right? At least $100, right? Okay, this one is an eight person L shape. Is 140, right? So that'll kind of give you an idea. If it say 8 people, it's really more like half of that comfortably. All right. Now most of y'all are probably gonna try to go the cheaper route and get something like this, right? A little small thing. If it's just you feel like, oh, I'm single, I'm gonna just get this little thing right here. You're gonna be uncomfortable more than likely in that for 7 days. If that's all you can get, then all praises. But that's not ideal, right? Even something like that, that's not really ideal for 7 days. You're probably gonna be pretty uncomfortable, right? I would recommend getting you something like that, right? That's an 8 person tent. That's $100. Can't really beat that, right? That's $100. It's easy to set up. Now, so I told you about your. Hopefully, you writing this down, or you can rewind it and write it down. You're gonna need your 2 tarps. You need your sleeping bag or a cot, something to put your sleeping bag on, right? A pad or something like that, or an air mattress. Get your air mattress, right? So after you get that, you're gonna want you some steaks. Now the tent comes with steaks. It comes with something like this. This ain't really that good, right? You can see it get windy out there. You can't really tie your tent down that good with this, right? You want something like this. Don't get this plastic stuff because when it'll bend and it won't really go through the ground as well, through rock and stuff like that as well. This is the best kind. They are $1.98. Probably want to get you like 10 of them, right? So that's about $12, right? Also, something good to have is a fan. Get you a fan if you don't have one, because during the day it might get a little warm, right? So let me show you what else. Also, something good to have, water shield, right? This is spray on silicone, right? Silicone, water guard. Good to have, right? Needs you a hammer. If you don't have a hammer, get you a little hammer, a little mallet, or remember to bring your hammer, right? You're gonna need some light. It get dark out that mug, man. Outside in the dark with no, I'm gonna say it again. It's a primitive camping site. It's a primitive camping site. So you're not gonna have access to a whole lot of stuff, right? So get you some lights. Headlamp is good. A flashlight, get you at least a flashlight for each person, each adult that's gonna be camping at your site. Gonna need their own flashlight. So if they gotta get up and go to the bathroom, they can just go and get whatever they need. All right. You don't really need nothing like that. You don't really need that. They gotta most I willing what I probably do when I leave here, I'm not too far from the site. So what I probably do is ride down there, you know what I'm saying, and video that so you can see exactly what the site look like, right? But you're gonna need lighting, all right? Now, if you just wanna cook you on a grill like that, you're gonna need kerosene, all right? So don't forget your kerosene, right? But what I would suggest is get you like a little $15 small grill and cook on that, all right? Swing around to the coolers, get you a cooler. You gonna need you a cooler. You know what I'm saying? So something like if you don't want to keep going back and forth to the store, get you something a good size, right? So something like this. Let me see if I can see the price. Can't see the price on that. Okay, that's like 109, right? 109 for something like that. That's a 52 quart, right? Or you can get you something cheap. You just gonna have to keep going to the store. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. So write all this stuff down. Hopefully it's helpful, right? Now, this is something good to have. A portable battery, a portable power bank. All right. Portable power bank for your phone. Ain't no plug out there. Right. So if you got something like this, it's good to maybe get you a couple of these. They about $40. You got these, you can charge them up in your car. And then you could keep your devices charged. You could probably even blow up one of them air mattresses down there. All right, that's good to have. Last time I was out there, these saved my life. All right, this is gonna help you. Like y'all will see when I get out there, it's a lot of pine wood out there. Pine is hard to get a fire started with. It's hard to get a fire started with. Now, once you got the fire going, you can feed it the pine and it burn, and that's cool. But this, you gonna need these, bro. Trust me. You gonna need these, man. You gonna need these to get your fire. If you wanna try, bro, in the morning when it's 30 degrees, you probably gonna wake up at like 5 a.m. early in the morning because you're gonna want to get warm. It's hard to stay asleep when you cold. So what I did, I got up early. These saved me. And you ain't got to use the whole thing, you did. You can just cut a little piece of it because it's gonna catch fire quickly, right? And you could like cut you a little piece, cut it up in sections, and use a section of it throughout uh, throughout the stay, right? If you don't want to spend a whole bunch of money, definitely gonna need you a lighter. That's a good kind to have, right? What else you gonna need? Let me see. Probably really all you're gonna need from over here. Oh, get you a skillet if you want to cook something, man. It's good to have you a good little skillet. That's $10, right? You can't really beat that. Let me see. A good little pot. It's a coffee pot. You want to make you some coffee. If you like me, I gotta have my coffee in the morning, right? So that's good to have something like that, right? Like I said, they got a grill, but you know what I'm saying? It's good to have you like a little small grill, man. You know what I'm saying? Um, Another good thing to do for the sisters, brothers, you could tell your wives and sisters if you watching, it's good to food prep, right? So what's a good idea to do is go ahead and think about the meals that you want to eat, especially if you got kids, right? You don't want to be out there cutting up all that stuff in the outside like that, right? Because then you gotta go wash it. And I'll show you more of the campsite, but then you gotta go wash this stuff off. You gotta clean it, dishwashing liquid and whatnot. Bring some dishwashing liquid. You're gonna need that, right? But it's good, it's a good idea to food prep, right? Let me show y'all this. So you don't need this, but if you want to practice survival, get you a life straw, right? And practice it out there. They got dude wipes if you just want to wipe yourself off during the day. I would suggest taking you a shower, right? It'll cool you off. If it's cold like it was last year, that shower gonna be cold as hell. You might not be able to stand it, right? So you're gonna need something like this, some type of pot, right? Or even this, right? You can heat you up some water, get you a 5 gallon bucket. That's good to have a 5 gallon bucket, right? And you can heat you up some water and take you like a warm shower, right? Let me see what else. Let me swing on around over here to here. Y'all walk with me real quick. Oh, this was really helpful. I got one of these. All right, it's a little wagon to pull your stuff in. Had to go get firewood and stuff like that. That was really, really helpful when I had to go and get firewood. I dragged it in that, So let me come around here with y'all, show y'all this. Now, fishing. They got fishing out there. They got a lot of lakes. Just a little fishing section. If you know about fishing, you know about fishing. You know what I'm saying? Get you some fishing gear. Go ahead and get this stuff now, man, because all these little baits and stuff, $2, it look cheap, right? But as you losing baits and lures and stuff like that, that stuff add up, man. Right? Fishing reel, you know what I'm saying? $60, you know what I'm saying? No, if you never fished before, get you something cheap, man. Get you something like $10 or something like that. You ain't gotta go all out, right? You don't need a table because they got a table out there. You don't need a table, right? They got cushion seats, right? You gonna need your chair. Get you a chair, something to sit down on. Now they do got a little bench, right? They do got a little bench, but you might not want to sit on that hard bench. You might want something a little more comfortable. Get you something like that, right? You're gonna need you some gloves. right? Some work gloves. These are for fishing. You can work in them, right? They $2, $3, right? Get you some gloves. You're gonna need you some gloves, right? You want to get you some type of right? Let me show you this. So these are the chairs, right? The chairs they got $44, $30. They pretty expensive, right? You don't want to wait till the last minute to get this stuff. Oh, this one here, $8, right? $9, right? That's this red one, just a little regular chair. They say that's $9. So get you some chairs and stuff to sit on. You know what I'm saying? Let me show y'all this. This is what I meant to show y'all. You want you a good knife, you know what I'm saying? But something good to have if you don't have it already is a multi-tool. Get you a multi-tool, right? This is just basic stuff that you should have in your backpack. You know what I'm saying? Just in case you need to cut something, you need some pliers for something to fix something on your tent, get you a multi-tool, right? Let me show you what else you're gonna probably need. We're gonna leave this section now. Y'all walk with me real quick. Right here in this little section, the outdoor section, you can get your fishing license, $20. $20. All right, you can't beat that. Uh, you're gonna need paper towels, right? Let me show you. Paper towels is gonna be a must. So get you some cheap paper towels. You know what I'm saying? Stock up on them now before it's time, right? Trying to show y'all do this before the time come because if you wait too late, it's gonna be very, very expensive. You're gonna be gonna spend hundreds of dollars at one time. Trying to think. They got a bathroom out there. All right, they do have a bathroom out there. See, they got little fans. These are little USB power fans, right? $6. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all probably got. I seen a couple people with stuff like that. Get you a little fan, man, just in case. You know what I'm saying? Something, and preferably look for the USB power stuff. Now, you probably gonna also want to have you like a little container or two. These little containers, it's good to put like dry food and stuff that you don't want to put in the cooler. Get you one or two of those. All right, I'm gonna show y'all stuff that we needed when we was out there. All right, let's walk down here. Let's go down here real quick. All right, so you're gonna need you some plates. Get you some plates, cups. You're gonna want to hit this section up right here. Plates, cups, storage bags, plastic forks, spoons. You're gonna probably need you some foil. These right here gonna come in handy. The little foil pans, you're gonna need a lot of them. You don't need garbage bags. I mean, they got garbage cans out there, right? So you don't necessarily need those. You don't really need tissue like that because they got a bathroom out there that stay open 24/7, right? So I want to say, I want to say that that's probably it. That's probably about all you need, man. From for as far as what to buy, right? I'm gonna probably do another live, start up another live when I leave here, and I'm gonna drive it all over to the campsite and let y'all see what that look like. All right. So most I willing, y'all got something out of it. Stay tuned. I'll probably be back on this thing in a few minutes, in about 30 minutes, and I'm gonna take y'all around the campsite and show y'all that. All right. Shalom.